And finally, the D-Day has arrived. The aircraft, the Su-30 aircraft has fired the BrahMos missile, and with this, we have conducted the first successful test of the BrahMos supersonic missile from the Sukhoi. And this was from an Air Force base in West Bengal. This is what we are picking up from reports. And the target was over the Bay of Bengal. Preparation had been going on for this maiden trial for several weeks. First, it had been planned in 2015, but the test was later deferred due to delay in integrating the aircraft. So this test shows that the integration has been made smooth and perfect to a great extent. Of course, there will be more tests needed. For those of you who's just joining us, India today successfully test firing the BrahMos supersonic missile from the Indian Air Force's Su-30 fighter jet. The window for this was between 10 a.m. to noon. Snehesh, who will be joining us in just a bit, he will get us the larger picture. And there were two aircraft which were kept ready. And this was, the BrahMos missile was a joint development by India and Russia. The Air Force version of a 8.4-meter BrahMos missile, the fastest in the world, has a strike range of 290 kilometers and carries a conventional warhead of up to 300 kg. It has a devastating power at a supersonic speed of Mach 2.8. Defense sources are saying that BrahMos airspace had to reduce the weight of the missile as it is to be launched from a moving platform, unlike its Army and Navy versions, and some modifications have also been made to integrate the BrahMos missile with the Sukhoi. Yes, this is a big game changer. For those of you joining us, this is the big defense story, first on Republic. India today successfully test firing the BrahMos supersonic missile from the Indian Air Force's Su-30 fighter jet. And several countries had also shown interest in this weapon system in the BrahMos missile earlier. Yes, our deputy editor, Snehesh Philip, who broke the story, is with us. Snehesh, this is big. Tell us how this test went.
Well, this is a big breaking news. India successfully test-fired the 290-kilometer range BrahMos supersonic missile from India's frontline fighter aircraft, the Su-30 MKI. Now, this is a very significant development as far as India's defense capability is concerned, because with this, India has the capability to now hit targets deep inside enemy territory using this missile, this BrahMos missile, which was a joint development of Russia and India. So yes, the test happened today, earlier today at the Chandipur firing range off the coast of Odisha, and this is what we've been told is that this has been a successful test. This is the first this is the first test which has been successful. There'll be more tests that will be conducted in the coming months before it is finally inducted into the Indian Air Force. Parikshit.
Right. Give us a sense of the changes, Snehesh, that had to be made, the modifications that had to be made to integrate the BrahMos missile, the supersonic missile, with the aircraft.
See, this project for the last about 2 years or so, under which, this BrahMos missile had to be integrated to the Su-30 MKI. Now, the Su-30 MKI underwent certain modifications, because at the end of the day, it's a 2.5-ton missile. It is the heaviest weapon to be deployed on the Su-30 fighter jet. So there had to be modifications that were needed to be done on the Su-30I so that it could carry this 2.5-ton heavy missile. Now, what we've been told is that the missile itself, certain modifications had to be also done to the missile itself, because primarily this missile was a land attack system, which was then eventually integrated into the naval ships, warships. And now, finally, we have this missile that can be launched, successful test that can be launched from a Su-30 fighter jet, which means that now we can use this missile not only from the land and the sea, but also from air. This is a deadly addition to India's defense capability. Parikshit.
All right, we have the former Air Chief, Mr. Barbura, with us on the phone. Mr. Barbura, thanks very much for speaking to Republic. How will this be a game changer?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Barbura, if you can hear us, thank you very much for speaking to Republic. My first question, How do you think this will be a game changer?
Well, let me put it this way. This project was first conceived in the early or late 1990s and early 2000s. And believe you me, it gives such a quantum jump to our capabilities in respect of this triad that we have now been able to complete and successfully do it. And I can tell you one thing, that it is a game changer, and a lot of effort has been done by us people in this country. I mean, it's a real wonder how we had to reduce the size of the missile, how we have to strengthen the Sukhoi people to carry this weapon, and the capability of the weapon has been proved earlier by others on the ground and by sea, and now we have done it by air. So it's going to be something that
All right.
our friends are not going to like very much.
Okay. Air Chief Marshal, thanks very much for speaking to us. Yes, on that note, we take a short break, but don't go anywhere. Stand by for that Republic Super Exclusive, which is coming up.